Join me in welcoming our very first guest for the day, Jeremy McGovern, Tommy Cole and Jessica Sedunary. Put your hands together for them. Tommy, how are you, mate?
Yeah, good.
I haven't seen you all year.
Yeah.
Are you all right?
Been hiding away, but yeah, I've been here, mate.
Yeah. What's going on? What's the latest with you?
Yeah, I'm slowly starting to progress now. The ankle's starting to come good. I've started running probably the last 6 to 8 weeks, and I'm slowly progressing and getting there.
All right. Jess, welcome to... Put your hands together for Jess, everyone. She's finally seen the light. Welcome to West Coast. Obviously, coming from Adelaide, it's a very different landscape, and I know that you've moved around a little bit in your footy career, but tell me the story, how you got involved in footy in the first place, because I reckon you went along to watch a footy match, someone got injured, and you'd never kicked a footy before, and all of a sudden you started playing footy. Is that a true story?
Oh, look, it's almost correct. It's been taken a bit out of context, but I actually went to fill in for my mate's team at training. I didn't get asked to come back because I wasn't really good enough, so I went out and watched. Someone got injured, so they asked me to play, and they actually said, "You're on the ball," and I yelled back as I was running out, "I don't know what on the ball means." But yeah, and so it just kind of went from there.
Right. And what was it prior to that? Hockey and cycling? Is that what you were engaged in? I think you even went back to the fast track program last year. Is that right?
Yep. So I was a hockey player growing up in the country, and then I cycled in the Youth Olympics for Australia, and then just last year went back and cycled with the Australian team when I took the year off AFLW.
Right. Gov, how you going, mate?
Yeah, good. I'm going well.
Is your body okay? How was the hospital stay?
Yeah, hospital's all right. It's always, the nurses and everyone are always nice, but I'd much rather be out in the footy field, that's for sure.
No, there's no doubt about that. Any fishing or any excitement while you've been having a break? Or
No, not yet, Carl. We got a big off-season coming up, so I'll try to wet the line up through that break.
So you're vice-captain. There's a month to go in the season. Gold Coast on Sunday, and then, of course, there's a string of games. Fremantle is one of those games. It'd be nice to really do what the Dockers have done over the years. They've sort of used the Derby as their grand final. They're actually playing finals this year. You might be able to knock them out of top 4, which is something that you'd like to do, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. We want to try and get as many wins as we can, obviously throughout the year, but definitely the back half now with the last 4 games. And if we can knock Freo out, that'd be great. But boys got a big job this week, obviously, against Gold Coast.
Tommy, what have you been able to do behind the scenes, mate, to keep yourself engaged and involved in what has been a pretty tough season all round?
Yeah, it has been a tough season, not just for myself, but for a lot of the boys. I've just tried to be around the footy club first and foremost, and try to help out a few of the younger backmen. Jermaine Jones has been running through the back line there this year, and he's doing really well. So I've tried to help out where I can and be a bit of a sounding board if anyone wants to chat. With the year it's been, I've just tried to be around and be a bit of a good vibe for the boys.
One thing is that we're all premiership players up here, so we know how hard it is to work to get there. Jess, with the young group that you've been working with, given your experience after being part of, I think, Adelaide's premiership, and that's where you started back in around 2016, how have you seen the growth of the game, and how have you seen your involvement at West Coast since you arrived?
Yeah, it's been really good. It's definitely a young side, which is great, but I've just been really impressed with the maturity of the girls and their desire to want to learn and grow, and all like the smart questions that they ask. And some of them, they're so young, only 21, or some of them are still in their school uniforms when they rock up to training and stuff. So it's been pretty impressive to see their level of dedication and maturity towards their training and the game. So it's been really good, and I'm really excited to be a part of it.
What's the pre-season been like? Has it been tough? Has it been tougher than, say, what you've endured so far in your career?
I reckon I've done more push-ups in this pre-season than I've done in my whole life, which is saying a lot as a CrossFit coach. But it's been really good. The work rate's been high. It's definitely, we've had a big emphasis on our fitness, and we've seen some really good results with our 2K time trials when we retested them, which has been good. So I think the girls will take a lot of confidence in that into the season, and hopefully the hard work shows.
Now, Gov, is it true that you've been knocking on the coach's door telling him, I want to be a forward, I want to take over from JK? because JK's expected to retire in the not too distant future, and we need some forwards. We seem to have plenty of big, tall defenders. You know, Harry Edwards is slotted in there. Brett Bazzo's getting a game now and looks pretty good. And there's a couple of others that have been slotting into that end of the field. What about the other end?
I haven't knocked on Simo's door, no. I'm more than happy to go forward, bloody oath.
Anyone reckon that's a good idea?
Oh, yeah. Please, everyone cheer. All right, I'll stay down back. That's what I'm doing. Oh, mate, I'll play wherever. I don't mind. As long as I'm out there contributing, I don't really mind. But it's always good getting forward and kicking a couple of goals.
Now, when we reflect back, and we are heading into a finals campaign, just thinking back to 2018, it's already 4 years ago. It's amazing how fast time goes, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, well, everyone says it goes pretty quick and your career goes fast. It does, definitely. No one's lying. It definitely does go quick. But, 4 years ago now, so that's well behind us. And a lot can change in 4 years, as you can see with us this year. Yeah,
well, Tommy's got engaged. He's soon to be married. How are preparations going, Tommy? And have you kicked Jacko Nelson out of your house yet?
Yeah, Jacko's been gone for a bit now. That was our first item on the list, and then proposing to Lil was next after that. But yeah, I haven't been doing a lot of planning, mate. You speak to a lot of the boys that have been married, and a lot of the girls do a lot of the planning. That's been the case in mine and Lily's planning. So yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's just about all done.
Now, have you chosen who you're going to invite from the footy club? Do you actually have to invite everybody, or do you pick and choose here? Because this could be something that's very difficult. This can pretty much split the group, can't it? Or not?
Nah, the more the merrier. I'll invite all the boys. Everyone's welcome. If I haven't invited you and you listen to this now, just come along.
Gov, anything that you've got involved in the planning behind the scenes? No?
No. What?
Buck show?
No, for Tommy, yeah. No, I'm personally not planning it, but I've heard a few rumours going around. I don't want to give too much away, but that's for the back end of the year, mate. We sort of finish off these 4 games and then we can get into that.
So what's the focus? You keep talking about the next 4 games. What's going to be the focus in the next 4 games? What are you going to try and get out of the rest of the year?
Obviously, we want to win. That's for starters, but also just show a good brand of footy that we want to take into next year is probably the thing that we really want to focus on. And I think everyone, if you watch the last sort of 3 to 4 weeks, we've sort of shown glimpses of it. Not consistent enough, but hopefully the last 4 games we can show a bit more and try to drag a couple of wins out.
Jess, when it comes to the actual overall makeup of the team, and you actually have a look now with a few of your teammates, where are you zoning in on as a position in the team, and where do you think we are looking best placed right now?
As in my own position?
Yeah.
Oh, look, I'm not sure, but I've heard that some rumours going around that I might be thrown down back, and I haven't played there before, so a little bit nervous for that, but the more notches you can put in your belt, like the more versatile you can be, the better. So pretty keen to take on that, see how I go back there. Try not to kick the ball the wrong way into the wrong sticks. So.
And how's it feel now being part of a competition that is now truly now across the board? Every single team is going to be represented at every single football club, and of course you've got your first scratch match coming up, which will be played before the last derby of this season in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, good. It's pretty phenomenal how far it's come in the short amount of time. The fact that we have a main training day that we start at 7 a.m. during the week has been pretty exciting, and I think we're the only club that does that. So it's a pretty cool opportunity, and I think it's working really well for us. And yeah, having all the clubs in just makes it even better. I think it will make for a better competition as well. So yeah, it's exciting.
Now, Gov, do you have a fines master down at the footy club at the moment?
Mate, funny you say that. We're actually missing the fine session right now.
Right.
We got a fines on at the moment, so me and Tommy are probably copping it right now as we speak on the big screen at the footy club. So Tommy Barras has been doing, and Tommy Cole actually. Yep, these 2 boys, the 2 Tommies have been in charge of that.
Right.
It's been pretty fun. There's been a fair few good fines this year.
So take us through some of the things that we get. Because look, back in my day, like if you got stitches, right? If you bled, that was a sign of weakness.
Yeah, it's $50 a stitch.
Yeah, $50 a stitch. It used to be $10 a stitch when I played. If you got knocked out, that was sleeping on the job. So that was $100.
Yeah, well, that's a touchy subject now, Carl. That we don't really joke about that anymore, mate.
No, I understand, and some would say I've been hit around the head too many times. But at the same time, it's a little bit of fun to try and get the spirit up.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. That's what footy is a little bit. You got to still enjoy it, and that's what little things that you do around your footy club to try and keep enjoying it. I'm sure they're not as good as the old school fine sessions that you boys used to have, but still a bit of fun.
All right. Well, what about putting your hands together for our three very special guests today, to
Thank
Jess,
you.
to Tom, and to Gov? Please put your hands together for them.